too dewy. You've got Arn calling you a bitch on TV. Double A says he'd pull out his Glock, spraying some brains. This is some of what we'll talk about. Live on Markout Mania, the Saturday morning. James Zeus and Pedro might be joined by Lord Lux. Live on Markout Mania. It's time for Markout Mania.
Ooh, all right. Good job, Pedro.
Oh, gracias. Hola, amigos, and welcome to the Markout Mania.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah.
Yo, morning, Saturday morning. Yeah.
Hey, we got someone in the chat room already. We got Brian Bell. Hey,
what's up, Brian? What's going on, buddy?
I do not mark out for AEW, but guess what? We have someone who does mark out for AEW. Brian, we have James.
Damn. Damn, Pedro,
where is Ron Simmons when you need him?
What? Damn. Mark out for AEW. That's not happening. No, I don't think so, buddy. That's fucked up, Pedro. Thanks.
Well, hey. Wait a second.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do the sound effect. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Zip it. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I just opened the beer and I was gonna say this was for Pedro, but after that, the hell out of here, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out. Brian Bell says Dro pulling out the Glock.
Yeah. You got that right, Brian.
And spray the brain.
Spray the brains. Because you're a loser.
I'm gonna take this kid with me because at least he listens.
Yeah. And the fucking Brandy Rose in the background with her hands up, like, what just happened? Your husband got pumped on live TV.
You know,
and you know, Cody just standing there. It's like, you know, Arn would have had some respect for you if you'd have just beat his ass right there.
Yeah, you got to. How do you not hit Arn? Like, how do you not punch him in the mouth or something? You know, do something. He's just standing there with his mouth.
Something.
Yeah, something. He just
Slap
standing there
him
with his
and
mouth.
say, let me tell you something. And, you know, my dad had, you know, more.
Yeah, exactly. You know, come get
you doing your whole bad arm, you know.
Instead of Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, we got Cody Rhodes, the pussy. It was brutal, you know. It was weak.
This is one of those things I bring up sometimes about Cody because I've been pretty critical of his storyline choices in AEW this whole time. And it's because of stuff like this. He makes these weird choices where you're like, why are you? Because you know that they talked about this, like hey, let's do this thing, and they're like, yeah, let's make you look like a pussy on TV. Like, why does no one say, hey, wait a minute? This may not be a great idea. I don't get it. I don't get Cody's thoughts.
Oh my God, Jade looks he's struggling with this chair shot thing over here.
Yeah,
Jade is brutal.
Yeah.
All show and no go.
Zeus, you were saying that Arn promo was like 90% like awesome and like 10% cringe. I think what it is like the delivery of the promo was fantastic, right? But some of what he's saying and the whole thing of making Cody like basically out to be a bitch is like weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it just, you know, I mean, that's the thing though is you know, 99% of Arn's promos are better than, you know, 99% of promos cut today.
No argument there.
You know,
unless you're Juice Robinson.
I mean, it's just you know, I left the 1% open.
That James, that makes me want to hear the Zeus's juice promo.
I love
evil,
when he says that shit.
the
I love
evil
when he says
promo.
that. Yeah, I love when
It's
that
not
shit.
evil. No, is everything evil? No, everything's not evil. Puppies aren't evil. Rainbows aren't evil.
That was promo of the year, man.
Oh, I miss
That
Juice
was-
Robinson.
Promo of the year. That was awesome, man.
That was
Yeah, nobody's gonna cut a promo. And they made. I mean, this is the time where Cody Rhodes should have grabbed the mic and said, "Do you know who I am? You know who my father was? I remember my father used to kick your ass up and down Atlanta. He could have went. He could have went in so many different directions with that, and he just stood there with his mouth open and said, "Pussy." That was it.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay.
Yeah, wasn't Arn part of the thing of breaking Dusty's leg?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole. Oh my God!
Like couldn't he be
There's so
like,
much
"Hey, I
history
haven't
there."
forgotten that shit."
Yeah, yeah. You think I've forgotten when you broke my daddy's leg, you asshole? You can do. I mean, you got to come strong, man. You can't just sit there and pussy. No.
Because the Russians were beating up Ric Flair.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
And then Dusty came to help, and then they cleared the ring, and it's like, Ric Flair is like, "How dare you help me?" Because
don't interfere in my matches. Don't interfere in my business. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then Ole and Arn and Tully came down, and they broke his fucking leg and broke Dusty's leg.
Yep. That was wrestling, baby. That was awesome back then. And then you got the second generation Nimrod going. You're like, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm
sorry.
I saw. I only saw clips this week from AEW. I wasn't gonna watch any AEW.
No, because it makes you so mad, Pedro. You shouldn't do that.
Well, yeah, I just watched the promo and that's it. Yeah, I watched the promo this morning and that was it.
People are like, oh well, why do you watch it? I'm like, I can't help but watch all these clips that, the autoplay.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling down my phone. So yeah.
And I admit, I'll watch AEW here and there just to watch Adam Cole because I want to see what they're doing with Adam Cole because he's my favorite wrestler at this time. At this point in time, but I don't know if I'm really getting into this version of it. It's like, I want him to turn on Kenny Omega, take the strap, beat the shit out of fucking Jackson nerds, and that's it.
Jackson nerds.
I hate those fucking guys. So overrated fucking bucks. Oh.
I saw some clips from the well, I don't want to go into this because James is still watching the episode, but
no, I'm not watching. You can go into whatever
the main
you want.
event of Rampage was Jack Evans versus Orange Cassidy with the hair on the line in Apuestas. And I saw some of the clips of that, and it was just really sad. Like, it was just really sad.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, it's brutal. It's
if
AEW.
You told me that Jack Evans was ever going to get a main event in AEW. You were crazy. So
now they got Bobby Fish in here too.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby Fish is challenging Sammy Guevara for the TV title.
That should be a barn burner.
It's not the TV title, whatever you want to call
it. Whatever that piece of shit title it looks like.
What's it gonna look like now since it's off of Miro and they changed the belt for every new champion? What's Sammy's version gonna look like?
I don't know because they're gonna be on TBS soon, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what what I was.
They said in January or February, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something recently like Dynamite might be going to TBS and Rampage staying on TNT. I was all confused because I thought it was the other way around.
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's moving where, to be honest. I'm not sure the people at Turner are either.
It's because they got hockey, Evans. Right?
Yeah. Poor Jack Evans. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I signed up for this shit.
Yeah.
Brutal.
What's brutal?
Then NXT this week had me just like want to just like smack people.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about it and I didn't see any of it. So tell me what happened, James.
Well, first off, you got this guy with I forgot his name, but he's a new guy, and he's doing the Woke promo now. Like he's the Woke wrestler.
Oh, what's his name? Is it with a J? Like
yeah. And he's like, oh, apparently I'm the most talked wrestler because I didn't get canceled like everybody else did last week, and I'm here now, and I will never get canceled, and I treat everybody. I'm like, oh my God, shut up. It was bad. I'm like, okay, I understand the gimmick, but if you're gonna go that route, make it work. I mean, I know you're trying to get heat, but Jesus, come on, at least make it entertaining, or but really drive the point home. It's like it's being done half-assed, Then you have Raquel Gonzalez against Frankie Monet, which was a decent match. It was pretty good,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was a decent match. It was decent, a couple of oopses, here and there, but it was, she picked them up. She picked up the fucking she picked up the tie and slammed it. It was good. It was good stuff. And then Toxic comes to the ring, which this is Mandy Rose's new faction now.
Yeah.
And they beat the shit out of both of them. So it was good. It was good stuff.
Brian Bell is saying that woke gimmick guy's name is Joe Gacy.
There you go. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's him, Joe Gacy. And that and the road, or was it Chuck University guy? Chuck that guy too. Fucking brutal.
Chuck, what the hell?
Yeah, he walks around with an orange sweater, says Chuck U on there, I think it is.
Oh my God.
Some shit. Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
He was in that one tournament, right? Recently.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, Rising Stars or something. I don't know what they call the tournament. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to AML Wrestling. They had a great show in Gastonia, North Carolina last night at a beautiful baseball park. And
cool.
Had looks like it was turned out good. The Rock and Roll Express, your favorite James, wrestled the Dawsons. I don't know the results of that yet.
I hope the Dawsons kick their ass. I hate cock and balls.
So, yeah, but it's October now. It's October, and it's about time for Scary Month, scary movie month.
Yeah, man.
Scary TV show.
You want to talk about scary TV shows? How about that Dark Side of the Ring with Onita and FMW?
Oh, yeah, right.
That's a scary TV show right there. Let me tell you, Onita's a crazy bastard. What's wrong with that guy? Holy shit.
Missy Hyatt said she'd wished that had been a two-parter because they glossed over, they skipped over so much stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they did. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
How cool is that Missy Hyatt is, she's really up on her history.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, she's been around the business for God knows how long. Jesus,
I know, but some people don't. Some people aren't into the. She's a fan as well as somebody who was hugely big into the business and everything. So
Onita's fucking delusional, man. He believes his own hype. He thinks he's Inoki. He thinks he's Giant Baba. He thinks he's Hulk Hogan. Onita is Onita. Yeah.
I mean, he was really popular for a while there, but then came the fall. He was
Yeah, he fell hard too.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I'm kind of confused on his health status because in the past 2 or 3 years, sometimes he's like in a wheelchair and sometimes he's walking around like normal. So I don't know what's going on with him. Do y'all know?
I don't know. He's kayfabing. I don't know.
No,
You
but
know?
sometimes he's like in a wheelchair, and
Yeah.
then sometimes he's like, I mean, he's walking around and stuff, and I'm just like, well, what's the story?
Yeah, I don't know to be honest. But they showed they showed the thing with Hayabusa. I was like, oh man, I can't watch this again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't show it, don't show it. And they showed it. I'm like, oh, here we go.
they kind
You
of
know,
shat on Hayabusa a bit.
yeah, they did too. They said that he wasn't main. He wasn't main enough. He wasn't main event enough. He
Yeah,
wasn't that big, and he didn't draw. I'm like, dude, man, oh shit, the guy literally broke his neck, almost died in the ring. I mean, don't do that.
Yeah,
They
and
show
the thing
Hayabusa try to
it
walk.
was. I mean, they said it. I mean, they built their reputation on death matches, and then here they had one of the best high flyers in the world, and he should have been somewhere else.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
should have
That,
been, Michinoku Pro, All Japan, New Japan, somewhere else.
yeah,
You know,
I agree.
and because I mean, we all know he was really over in ECW in that one match.
Yes,
Um, him and what do they call him? Jinsei Shinzaki
yeah.
against
Mhm.
Rob Van Dam and Sabu.
yeah, yep. I remember that match.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the greatest match in the world, but it was certainly full of cool high spots, and it was
Mhm.
fun to watch, and people were really into it. I mean, everybody was really into. Anybody Japanese came into ECW, people were really excited for.
Yeah, yeah. Hayabusa was over in ECW. He was.
The I had issues with just how revised so much of the history was in this episode. Like the stuff with FMW, they touched on how it started out with Onita having those matches against the martial arts dudes,
Yeah,
and then they just jump like full blast into the myriad of death matches, and I was like, there was like a build up to stuff. Like if you, oh sorry, if you went through the thing, you would see like there was a build up. I'm going out. Never mind.
Yeah, it was very oversimplified, the history of it. I mean, it was very, it's all about, Onita and
Well, but like the first exploding barbed wire match that they had, it was Onita and Terry Funk. This is the first one that FMW had. I don't know if it's the first one ever. I don't know. Is it the first one ever? It may
I don't
be.
know. Maybe who knows? Well, no, because they were doing it in Puerto Rico before. That's what Sabu
Okay.
said, right? Yeah.
Well, so but the thing where you had the explosions with the barbed wire and stuff. The first one that FMW did was Terry Funk versus Onita.
Yeah.
And it's a famous match, and like the whole deal was like they didn't have like a blood feud going on. It was just Onita wanted to earn Terry Funk's respect. Like this is the whole story of the match. You had the thing, Onita won the match, but then the bomb's gonna go off, everyone's escaping, and Terry Funk can't escape. And Onita goes back in because Terry Funk's his hero, right?
Yeah, if it covers him.
Yeah, he covers his body, the things go off. AEW tried to cosplay this match earlier this year.
yeah.
So this episode they touch on the history. They touch on the history that like Onita and Funk have, right? Like from the Texas and all that stuff. They touch and all Japan. They touch on that history, and then they don't talk about this match because this match is what sets off the escalation and the stuff they would do afterwards. And I'm like, how do you not talk about this? Like just a mention. You can just show clips of the other stuff after that, but you got to touch on it, especially since you bring up the Onita Funk history.
Yeah.
I don't know. That bugged me.
Yeah, like Zeus said, it was simplified. They just simplified the whole. The whole episode was kind of. They just hit on the high marks.
And do we? I mean, and that's the thing is like some of these have been better, more well done than others, and I think it's when you have more of. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's almost like, when they've got more opinions about it, it's like, they talked to Jericho, who did, what, 25 matches with him or something, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he was with him for a very short time. I think, I don't know. I mean, they would have been better off talking to Casey, for God's sake. I mean, seriously. I mean, he would have been like, he's like, oh, no. And then you remember, it's like it started out like this. No. He did just, I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him do a reaction video to that episode.
Hey, I mean, and speaking of Casey, like, how he loves Wing, right?
Yeah, loves Wing.
There's a whole thing where people left FMW to start Wing because of issues with them and Onita and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there's all this stuff. Like, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the American audience wouldn't know or care about it, but because we're nerds, it's like, oh, yeah, like, how can they leave this off?
Yeah. And then they showed the thing about him selling to the company to the ring announcer, and the ring announcer said, "Fucking Terry Funk's going, you didn't give him dick. You didn't give him nothing."
Yeah.
You sold it all right. Yeah.
Yeah, and Terry Funk got stiffed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He paid for that match. Isn't that what he said?
Yep. He gave she gave Onita the fucking Stone Cold salute on there. Wow. That was funny. It was a good show. It was interesting, but they glossed over a lot. Yeah, But what the fuck am I watching on this? What is going on in AEW? What is this nonsense? These people, this little kid in the fucking mask. What is this? Putting on a Brody Lee mustache? What the fuck? Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Yeah,
this shit absolutely blows monkey shit. Oh, this is sad. This is just pandering nonsense.
That's the AEW child care program.
Oh my god! The poor kid's in a mask. What are you doing to that? That kid's gonna grow up traumatized, man.
Well, obviously. I mean, Brody Lee's kid.
Oh my god! What nonsense is this?
I mean, the issue I have with the stuff they do with Brody Lee's kid is just that I don't have a problem with them doing stuff with the kid so much, but it's if it was off the air, I don't have a problem with it. Having him on the YouTube shows on TNT and blah blah blah, that's where I feel like now it's a little weird, like, but whatever.
Yeah.
That fan base gets real defensive about
He's gonna grow up either extremely well adjusted or completely fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what I worry about, is like growing up entitled or something, or what if he's terrible? Like what if he starts to become a wrestler and he's fucking terrible?
Oh, he's like Dominic Mysterio, yeah.
And he doesn't know it,
He thinks he's good. Oh, I'm good. And then he'll fit right into AEW. He's the best of all time.
That's down the road when Dominic Mysterio shows up.
Dominic Mysterio, that guy. train wreck. He weighs $105, soaking wet. He looks like shit. Why is he on my TV? Get him the fuck away from this.
James's dislike of Dominic Mysterio is almost like how I used to go on about Ali when she was in Impact.
Jesus, I mean, come on, man. Dominic Mysterio is going to reach Lex Luthor fucking status soon, you know?
Oh my god.
I mean, you grew up in the business. It should be second nature to you, man.
But not everyone is like that, though.
Then don't be on my TV trying to show off. Then just stay in the background, stay in the locker room, hang out with the boys, and that's it. Don't try to become. And if he could, you know what? He would be the perfect person for NXT. You know, because he needs work, he needs training. His look, he looks bad. You know, he struggles with moves because he doesn't have the weight behind him. It looks like shit.
Did they do anything with Braun Breaker this week?
He cut a promo on Tommaso Ciampa.
What's that?
It was okay. He was like, I don't have any problems helping you, stuff like that. But in the long run, I'm here to be, NXT champion. I'm taking that championship.
He sounds just like his dad and his Uncle W.
He sounds like if you close your eyes, it's him.
I want to hear him say "me and my brother." Me and my brother. Like Scotty always would say.
What am I watching? Who's the guy in the pajama outfit? What is this?
Who's the guy? I don't even know who's in the pajama outfit.
I don't know. Some fighting team. What?
God! It's the American Top Team guys.
Yeah.
I believe that's who Bobby Lashley used to train with. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. Then you got some whore there. Like, come on, man.
Damn it, Jay. Not know
yeah. Bobby Lashley used to train with him.
Yeah. Okay.
And
oh my goodness.
I thought he mounted. I guess he didn't.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh my goodness.
It's true. She's like wearing a fucking pink suit with the jacket open, a bra. It looks like a fucking whore. Like, hi, I'm here. I may not be Brandy, but I'm here.
Oh, damn.
Well, since Cody and Brandy, ended racism.
Yeah.
So,
hey, they had a reality TV show start this
I
week.
actually want to see that thing. I haven't seen it yet. That's how I want to see it.
You really want to see that?
I want to give the first episode a try.
Well, I heard people talk. It's weird. I heard people talking about this week because they were saying that reality TV audiences, predominantly women, often the premieres of new reality TV shows do really well because that audience wants to sample. They want to see what the show's going to be like. And so the numbers weren't like what those shows usually do, but it was coming on at a weird time. So,
yeah, I mean, I'll give it a shot. Who's this coming out just like the Warriors? What is this?
The Warriors.
Yeah, do you remember the movie The Warriors?
Yeah, I remember. I know.
Yeah, and the guys remember the baseball gang?
Yeah.
Well, there's two wrestlers here that are dressed just like the Warriors. They got the face paint on, and they have the 3 bottles, and they click in the bottles.
Oh my God!
And now here comes the Lucha Brothers. What am I watching? I don't know. You're no good.
Live on the air, we're hearing James lose his mind.
I'm saying that whole thing that did it was the kid in the mask. Like, that poor kid, man. He's gonna grow up and be a slasher.
Slasher.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be homicidal.
I mean, it's either that or he's he might grow up and want to he might grow up and want to be Mathematico.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Oh God.
Well, hey, Zeus, the G1's going on still, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys got to catch me up, man.
It's now called the ZSJ1.
Oh, here we go. Really, as the Gumby show?
That's right.
Really?
He's 8 points in 4 matches, 4 submissions.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, including a win over Shingo.
Really?
Yeah.
He's beaten Naito, Shingo, Ibushi, and this is a spoiler, but Great Okan as well. So
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's that much of a spoiler because I don't see Great Okan beating the fucking Gumby any day of the week.
He's gotten a lot better. I mean, he's Okan's gotten a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. That match, Zach versus Great Okan, was way better than I thought it was gonna be. Number one, and number two, I did not expect it was gonna be the most wrestling match of the tournament so far, but it is. Like it feels like a legit wrestling match. It's one to watch.
Right. So Gumby's killing it, huh?
Yeah, he's killing it. I think we had. I think I skipped it, but it was Okada versus Yoshihashi happened.
I skipped that whole day because I was like, I don't want to see Evil versus Taichi because I knew Taichi wasn't going to win that. So I'm like, I don't want to see this. And I don't want to see a main event of Okada and Yoshihashi. So.
That couldn't have been fun to watch.
I'm assuming Okada won, right?
I'm assuming that too. I'm assuming Okada won, right?
I think the internet would have melted if Yoshihashi had beaten Okada.
Yeah.
Well, I would
have flew to Japan. Yeah.
Yujiro beat what's it called? Ibushi in the first night, so
yeah. Ibushi's having a rough year, man. After becoming God, he has been humbled by the Tokyo Pimp.
So, okay, the last episode the last full day that I saw was 5. Okay, so I saw day 5.
Right.
I skipped day 6, which Evil beat Taichi, Sonata beat Chase Owens, Jeff Cobb beat Goto, Tanahashi beat Tamatanga, and Okada beat Yoshihashi.
Thank God. They were a full-blown.
Tamatanga's look pretty good.
Yeah.
Him and
all right, so we see it shaping up.
Yeah.
Right? So we see it shaping up.
Guys haven't wrestled a singles match in years.
Yeah, that's true.
I think both of them are doing pretty good in their matches. Tamatanga and Tongaloa. Day 7, I only watched Zack Sabre Jr. versus Great Okan. And Shingo versus Kenta, which, if you had told me, if you said, hey, which match you think is going to be better, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Great Okan or Shingo versus Kenta, I would have thought Shingo versus Kenta, but that was not the case. I was kind of bored in the Shingo Kenta match.
Did you see what Shingo said after that match?
What'd he say?
Man, he was ripping on Kenta. He's like, I'm not originally from, New Japan, and it's like Kenta, you got a real fine name there. It's when I hear your name, I think of Kenta Kobashi, who's a great man. Man, I respect it a lot. He's like, maybe you should change your name to Hideo Itami.
Oh shit!
Shit! He said that?
Yeah, he said that.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh damn!
Deo Itami, which did nothing.
Yeah,
I think that's got to be one of the biggest busts ever.
Well, I mean, it's partly because of. I mean, once again, anybody who goes into WWE thinking that they're going to get booked great, you better be ready for the rough times. And he was hurt.
He was hurt his whole run.
Yeah, I was going to say. To be fair to Kenta, he was injured like constantly. So I mean, I could see a company being like, I'm not going to put a lot behind this guy because he's going to be injured. So I don't have necessarily a thing where I say a miscarriage of justice happened here because it kind of is what it is in a way, or was what it was.
Yeah, but even when he even when he came back and then when he started appearing on the main roster a little bit, and even that was like ho hum. It was like he wasn't being booked right. That's for sure. He just wasn't being booked right. But
apparently, also on day 7, Ishii beat Tonga Loa, and Ibushi beat Toru Yano. So I'm glad I skipped those. I'm glad I skipped Ibushi, Toru Yano, or whatever. And I guess yesterday there's day 8. Wow, I'm way behind. I haven't seen any of day 8, so I'm seeing the results now. I'm getting it spoiled for me right now, but so it looks like Zack Sabre Jr. and Okada and Jeff Cobb are the ones leading at the moment.
Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr., Jeff Cobb, Okada, Tanahashi, Yano.
So who do you think is going to take G1?
I think it's Okada. I think it'd be Okada and Zack in the finals.
That'd be good to see. I can get into that
because either way, I think the Wrestle Kingdom, especially with Naito being out for maybe a year, I think they're probably going to look to put Okada in that main event of the next Wrestle Kingdom.
Makes sense.
Yoshihashi beat Taichi. I don't mean to spoil, but what the hell?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
What the hell?
I don't know. They've been pushing the hell out of Yoshihashi for the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see. As I sit here and watch this, it's good to see fucking Pentagon still lazy. So that's good.
He's never been Lucha Underground. Pentagon, great. Pentagon.
That's with a lot of editing.
Pentagon anywhere else, not the same. It just never been the same.
No.
When the MMM show a while back, they were Byron was trying to defend Impact, saying that they booked the Lucha Brothers well, and I was thinking like they didn't do that much with them.
No, they didn't.
They put belts on them, but they just had them do the same stuff they were doing anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It was all the same poorly executed stuff. But even there, it's just like they just do their thing. And it's been kind of sad in AEW that Phoenix, he went from being the hardworking brother to now he's kind of as lazy as Pentagon in some ways. He just kind of does his thing and just with more botches than he used to. So, or maybe we just never saw the botches before. I don't know.
To be honest, he looked okay in this match. He looked like the Flash, and next to his brother. His brother's standing still doing nothing. He's fucking playing with himself in the ring while his brother goes back and forth 150,000 times an hour. It's good, but it's. I don't think personally. I don't think that that like all of us will ever see Lucha Underground Penta again. You know, I don't think we'll see that kind of Penta ever again. You know, because I like that Penta and LU.
I think what we're seeing is no one who was in Lucha Underground looks like they were, with a few exceptions.
That's a tribute to the show, then. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't when we were watching the show, we didn't really realize how much editing was saving everyone.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna introduce Lord Lux to Lucha Underground.
All right.
He's gonna get it. Yeah, he's gonna get Lucha Underground. Because he loves a Penta. Like he loves Lucha Brothers. So I'm like, you haven't seen Pentagon yet until you see him in Lucha Underground, because that's where he's at his best.
Phoenix, for that matter. I mean, Phoenix.
Yeah.
But see, here's the difference. Like for me, like Phoenix, I can show you some matches he had outside of Lucha Underground that are like legit, like really good matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had some matches in CMLL that were like, they're really good matches, and he had matches in Japan and this and there and this place and that place where you can say, oh, those were fun matches. There's not a lot of Pentagon stuff outside of Lucha Underground that you can say, oh, Pentagon. It's more like you're hiding your face, like you're embarrassed.
Especially a Triple Mania. No.
Well, yeah, a lot of Pentagon stuff it was just like rip my mask early and
yeah,
but I mean, it's like nobody wanted to be there.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
It's like let's just punch and kick each other for 15 minutes and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's a good point. The only person who wanted to be there was fucking Vampiro.
Where's my music?
Play my fucking music. I'm like, oh, dude, come on. It's horrible. Oh, here, Lux. What was the name of that guy? The guy with the sweater on NXT? Chase University. That's what it is. Thanks, brother. That guy. Oh, shit. Chase University. That guy's atrocious.
Well, it sounds like Beaver Cleavage's son.
Oh God.
He almost looks like he almost has that look too. Like you just want to smack him.
I'd rather have been the Shockmaster than Beaver Cleavage.
The Shockmaster. Oh.
I didn't watch Extreme Rules or anything like that, but
I saw Extreme Rules.
Okay, I saw a lot of people unhappy with the Finn Balor stuff. What happened?
Okay. I'm gonna get into it right now. Oh, okay. First of all, they had a good match. They were doing Finn Balor and fucking Roman Reigns was actually having a good match. I was like, yes, okay, this is good. I'm feeling this. I'm getting into it. What they started doing halfway through the match is stupid shit. At first, I thought it was stupid, right? It was like, okay, this is like, okay, you're pandering now. Let's like, how about if we move this along? So at the end, Finn Balor gets his ass beat up, right? So he's standing outside the ring. He's like flat on his face. The lights go down. They come back up red, and then you hear a heartbeat. Boom, boom.
Spear of death, my friend.
He
took the spear.
Yeah, he took the spear of death. Like, hey, fucking Roman Reigns fucking speared him through fucking Tuesday. All right? So then you hear the heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. And Finn Balor's body starts going to the heartbeat. And all of a sudden, the commentator's like, the demon's coming back to life. And I'm like, holy shit, right? What is this? So his body's jerking to the heartbeat. He gets up, and then his music starts playing. And I'm like, okay. So he gets up, and he drop kicks Roman Reigns to a table, which actually looked good. And he starts beating everybody's ass. He's beating the Usos up. He's beating up everybody. He fucks up Roman Reigns, throws him in the ring. He goes on top. He's ready for the coup de grace. And I'm like, holy shit, they're gonna put the belt on fucking Balor. I'm like, I'm shocked at that, man, because everybody wants Reigns and Lesnar. So they're gonna put the belt on fucking Balor. So as soon as he stands up, the whole ring's covered with smoke and all these flashes of light, and then the next thing you see is Roman Reigns spearing fucking Finn Balor for the 1, 2, 3. The top of the rope broke.
Oh.
The top of the ring rope broke. And he fell down, and when he tried to get back up, fucking Roman Reigns speared him and covered him 1, 2, 3. That was the shittiest of the shittiest finishes I've ever seen in a long time.
Oh,
okay.
If you look in the in our group chat right now,
yeah,
you'll see where the cameraman broke the rope.
Oh, they show it. Oh, awesome, good, awesome.
I'm gonna go watch this right now. Look.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have access. I'm on my phone, so.
But yeah, so yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's such a pussy finish, Zeus. Come on, man. I mean, if you want to protect Balor, do a fucking double DQ or do some kind of shit, but don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to keep the bell of Reigns, keep the bell of Reigns.
And then they made him look like the camera guy's dressed like a ninja.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in all black.
But come on, there's got to be a better way to protect your champion than doing that shit.
They should have had somebody, like remember when Rick Rude beat Ultimate Warrior and Bobby Heenan was holding his leg down?
Yeah.
That's what something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even one of the Usos hit him with a chair shot or do their double team finisher on him while the ref is down. I mean, anything.
Yeah. That would have been right. That would have been better. If the Usos did the double. If the Usos did their move, did the finish on Balor, and then it comes Reigns for the pin. That would have been acceptable, but not this shit.
Yeah.
So me and Lord Lois had this long conversation about it the other day at the bar, and he was telling me, he was like, he was into it. He was like, oh shit, they're going to give fucking Finn Balor the championship. He was saying the same thing I was saying, and they just pulled the rug. It was like, wah. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Oh, James, has Lord Luck seen Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne from earlier this year?
No, he has not.
You need to show him that match.
I will show him that match. Yeah, I showed him that match, Pete Dunne and Finn Balor match. That was an awesome match. Yeah. That was a great. I mean, I love Pete Dunne. He's awesome, man.
Yeah, but I mean, that match still stands out this year because everything happens in the ring like that.
Yeah.
Like they don't do a single thing out of the ring. It's like
he was asking me about Ilya Dragunov and Walter too.
Oh, you gotta show them their WWE.
I'm gonna show them the UK match. Yeah. Extreme Rules wasn't a bad PPV. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. That they had a lot to work with, and they kind of fucked it up. They just didn't. I don't know, man. Again, it overproduced. It's. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I still see people complaining about the camera cuts.
Yeah, it's like an MTV video, man. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, it's bad camera cuts. It's bad. I didn't see SmackDown yesterday, so I don't know what happened there. I didn't know what happened with Sasha Banks or anything like that. So
nothing notable, or you would have seen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nothing happened, and now it's the draft.
Yeah, now it's the draft. I heard Lesnar showed up and had a thing with Jeff Hardy. Is that what people are talking about?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen more people talking about Big E got drafted to Raw, and Roman to SmackDown. So no big shakeup, so far.
Okay.
Looks like the women's champions are switching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they might be switching belts. I don't know. So.
I would like to see Bianca Belair on Raw. It's not bad. But every time SmackDown's the better show, and every time he grows better and better, they fuck it up. They just take everybody from SmackDown and then they move to Raw, and it doesn't make it a better show. It just doesn't.
Didn't Big E and Bobby Lashley have a steel cage match on Monday?
Yeah, they did.
Was it any good? Did you see it?
It was decent. It was decent. Yeah, it was decent. Oh, Lord Lux is pulling shit out of the bag. He just put on the TV Seth Rollins as NXT champion versus Big E. Big E.
Oh, wow.
And fucking Seth Rollins.
You need to put some Michinoku Pro on the TV.
That'll blow his mind, right? That'll blow his mind, Zeus. I'll show you something here. Fucking watch Michinoku Pro.
Some Tacha Michinoku and Kaintai and Super Delphin and
Super Delphin was awesome. Look at that old NXT championship. That looked like a garbage belt, but it was so nice, but it looked so bad.
Great Sasuke.
Yeah, Great Sasuke was the man. Actually, he still is. He's not full of himself like Onita is, but yeah.
James Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan.
Giant Bob
and Onita is Onita.
At first I thought he said that Baba was Baba and that Inoki was Hulk Hogan.
Did he say that?
I don't think he did, but
oh man, yeah, he
really put himself up there, didn't he?
He put himself over. That's what he did. American TV.
Oh no, I'm we're not even going to worry about the Three Musketeers or the Four Pillars.
Right.
No. I'm up here with Baba and
yeah, I'm on the same level with Baba and Inoki. Yeah, and Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
I'm
Onita.
In his own way, Onita is more like around the second or third tier. Like, but he puts himself all the way at the God tier.
He thinks he's a Japanese version of Goldberg. Yeah. And fucking Goldberg thought he was all that. Goldberg's another walking piece of shit.
But, I don't know about how. I mean, we didn't hear. Like candid stuff from Goldberg because he didn't talk much in WCW.
Right.
No. But he was full of himself. He thought he was, I was rewatching the Broken Skull sessions with him and Steve Austin talking, and I went on this incredible run, and when the contract came for me to lose, I didn't know how to handle it. What do you mean you didn't know how to handle it? It's a fucking work.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
That's what made it bad. Yeah.
I mean, they created this monster, and
So I didn't suit myself up for the win.
I mean, he just.
Yeah.
They cattle prodded him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this about Onita. I think I've said this before. I think I said this when we talked about Wing with Casey, but Onita had some really good qualities as a pro wrestler and a promoter, namely that he had a very cinematic vision of what he was doing. And some of those early FMW deathmatch like stunt things he did, they're like a lot of smoke and mirrors, right? It's a lot of
yeah.
It's a lot.
No, he did good. He's
like building up to stuff, working with his limitations, and delivering a kind of cinematic thing at the end. Like it's I give him credit for that kind of stuff, but
no, he was good at what he did.
Yeah.
He was good at what he did. And, that sparked, it sparked the revolution in Japan because then you had Victor Quinones doing his thing. Then you had IWA, the King of the Death Match tournament. So you had all that shit follow, you know? And then, like ECW was FMW, but in America,
And that was another thing. FMW and ECW worked together for a little bit too.
Oh yeah, yes they did.
I mean, they sent guys over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have asked, could have asked Bubba Ray, hey, well, what was it like working there?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the same man in FMW. Probably get his ass kicked.
Wasn't? Oh, it was kind of weird watching that episode and seeing in passing clips with Mike Awesome and just like
yeah, man,
just like no mention or anything. I mean, which he doesn't have a big role to play and stuff, but it's just like because he's gone and stuff. You're just like, oh, Mike Awesome,
They didn't even say that he died. They didn't even say about his whole thing.
Well, they didn't mention him at all. Yeah, I mean, they didn't mention. Think about Masato Tanaka, him and Mike Awesome, their whole role in Mr. Genosuke, or however you say his name, like their whole like role in FMW's like popularity, like nothing. It's just FMW was just reduced to Onita and Hayabusa
and Terry Funk.
Yeah, and Terry Funk.
Yeah. And for Tarzan Goto,
yeah, Tarzan Goto, yeah.
They will again when they showed that thing on Hayabusa again. I was hoping that they wouldn't show it, but they showed it. That was just sad. It was sad seeing them trying to walk too. That was just sad. I mean, don't show that.
I wish they had talked more about also Megumi Kudo and Combat Toyota. Like they're a big part in the FMW stuff too. They just kind of touched on Kudo's like having the thing melted to her skin, but then they don't even mention her fucking name. I'm like,
yeah, her fucking ring outfit melted with the skin. Yeah, that was brutal.
That happened recently. FMW is like doing a relaunch recently. Have y'all heard about this?
No.
So they're doing this kind of relaunch. And they're doing all these, gimmick matches and stuff. And there's this girl who does like kind of like gravure, semi-adult modeling. And she was taking place in a match with Miss Mongol. I don't know if any of y'all remember Miss Mongol. But they did like an exploding bat gimmick match. And
really?
And the explosions caused some of the girls' like fabric to melt onto her skin, and she had to go to the hospital.
Ow.
Yeah, but don't we have another extreme match, extreme episode coming up too? I don't know if it's next week, but aren't they doing XPW as well?
Oh yeah, they are sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
That should be interesting. Fucking Lizzie Borden, whore.
Damn.
Well, I mean,
you're like, she was literally a whore, Pedro.
Yeah, she was literally a whore.
That's true.
I mean, they were all like, straight off the stripper poles.
Yeah. Yeah. She was fucking everybody.
But I mean, it's like all three of those
and
those three main girls that were there.
Yeah. And I don't know what next week's episode is. I don't know if it's Luna Vachon or is it Johnny K9? Yeah. Or is it Johnny K9? Who was
next week is the Ion Krotoru Bikers, Bombs, and Bedlam. Johnny K9.
That's Johnny K9. Yeah, he robbed a bank with his biker gang. Robbed the bank the same day he had a match.
Oh wow!
After he robbed the bank, he went to the arena and wrestled. That's some shit. That's insane.
Then the week after that is Luna Vachon.
Okay.
Then it's XPW, and then it's the steroid trials is the last one.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That should be interesting, the steroid trial, because how many ex-WWE guys are going to step up and talk?
None of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody that ever wants to get a Legends deal or into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to think about some news this week. So Jungle Kiona announced she was leaving Stardom.
Yeah.
And people were running rampant with all kind of, ideas of what was going to happen. And then she was on a radio show yesterday.
Oh.
And it's sounding like she has a full-time job working for some advertising agency in Tokyo.
Oh, nice.
And Stardom helped her get the job, and she says she feels like she's physically able to return to the ring, but she's only going to be doing it like, I guess, very part-time, and that's why she left Stardom. Is if she does anything, it'll just be very independent and very infrequent.
Well, more power to her. I mean,
Yeah.
You just, somebody like that who she put so many other people over, I mean, all you want to do is just see, good things for somebody like her.
Yeah. Apparently she might be doing a self-produced show in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is, if it's a big thing in Joshi, people do self-produced shows every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like Kagetsu, she did one or two, right?
Yeah.
And what's the Satomura? She did a couple before she went to WWE, right?
Well, Meiko Satomura was running her own promotion, Sendai.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Natsu Sumire did a popular self-produced show, but people have been talking about her because she's been putting out a lot of social media stuff, talking about all these mental health issues she's been dealing with, and then Stardom,
she's taking some nasty bumps.
Yeah, I mean she's been injured a long time, and then Stardom this week after the Jungle Kiona announcement, they hadn't taken her off their website until that point, but now they've taken Natsu Sumire off of their website. So people were like, "Oh, I guess she's officially gone from Stardom as well." She was a freelancer, anyways. But anyways, just throwing that out there, so.
Right.
Has news been quiet lately? Kari-san? But where's
Kari Hojo? So she what has she been doing? She's been vaguely alluding to some kind of deal she's working on. It's kind of wrestling related, but not in a wrestling role. Something like about the kind of mental health well-being of people in wrestling.
No.
So it's all vague. Like no one knows for sure what it is she's working on, but she's working on something. I think because she was so closely tied to the whole Hana situation last year. There is a whole deal coming off that she's working on. And then she's still a WWE ambassador officially.
Right.
So occasionally she'll put out like promotional pictures in her gear and stuff, like in an empty ring, and no one knows what it's for or about, but so who knows?
When when you look at that whole roster of Stardom right now, it's really geared to these girls that are around 17, 18, 19 years old. I mean, that seems like that's a lot of where, it's a good mix, but
Right now the most visibly pushed ones are kind of ones who've come from outside of Stardom. They're giving Starlight Kid a good push, which I'm happy about currently because she's an original. Mayu, they seem to be doing something with her and Tam, which might be leading going back around to her and Starlight Kid because it's all kind of interconnected there. They just finished a 5-star Grand Prix, and that was interesting because apparently it was supposed to go a very different way than it ended up.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a common thing. Injuries change direction.
Yeah.
And so Julia got injured, and they just forfeited the rest of her tournament, and they changed the direction of what they were going for because before that point they were kind of building up to a third match between Utami and Shuri, however you want to say her name. I don't know how you say her name. And so they had agreed to do it. Like they had already agreed to do another match because I think they had another draw between each other in the tournament. So they already agreed to do another match. So everyone's like, well, Shuri's not going to win because they've already set, that it's one of those things. If you follow Stardom from the beginning, you just know Rossi Ogawa style booking. It's just one of those things where like, okay, it's one of his tropes. He's setting up a future title match that doesn't have to come off of someone winning the tournament. But then Julia got injured. It was widely believed she was going to win the tournament. And so now they changed directions and they had Shuri win the tournament, I guess, because they're like, well, we may as well we're going to do that match anyways. We may as well just do it this way. So even though we already set up the third match, we'll just make it more official. Injuries change everything. Everyone's working injured in Japan, though, it seems. Like all those in Stardom, especially, everyone increasingly everyone's just covered in tape. It feels all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to kill the mood.
Oh, it's all right. No, I think we need to watch. We need to find some good Halloween Havoc matches for the upcoming weeks.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of good. Yeah, I'll be down for that. Yeah.
I definitely want to watch the Stan Hansen Lex Luger. Want to watch that one again. I think there was a really great Midnight Express match on one of them. So,
oh man, it's been forever since I've seen the Flair, Sting, Funk, Great Muta, Thunderdome.
Oh yeah, that would be that's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Road Warriors versus the Skyscrapers. Doom versus the Steiner Brothers.
Doom versus Barry Windham and Arn Anderson.
Oh, Samoan SWAT team versus Midnight Express.
Wow, I remember the Samoan SWAT team. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't Rikishi in?
Samoan SWAT team? That's Fatu.
Yeah.
Samu Fatu.
Yeah.
And then at the end there they had the Samoan Savage, who was the Tonga Kid.
Yeah.
And he was also Tama with the Islanders.
Yep.
Actually, I got to see them, all three of them, in a 6-man tag team at that first house show I went to. They beat Ranger Ross, Tommy Rich, and Eddie Gilbert. Did Ranger Ross rob a bank too, or?
No.
I want to say somebody told me that. I think it was Hitch that told me that.
I'm going to look this up. Yeah, I'm going to look this up.
Yeah.
They're doing another Crown Jewel?
Yeah, they got, that's what they're waiting for. Everybody's waiting for Reigns and Lesnar, fucking Crown Jewel.
Yeah, isn't that what's going to be they're wait. The draft doesn't take effect until after that's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels is involved in the Crown Jewel show.
Well, they still want Andre the Giant. So
yeah.
They need to find a way to do like a 3D holograms and just.
Will you stop talking so loud? They're gonna, Vince will fire everybody. He'll pay them for their motion cap, and then he'll fire everybody. People will be paying thousands of dollars to go see holograms wrestle.
Eventually, I imagine concerts are going to be that way. It's going to be sad.
Lux is digging into his bag of tricks over here. Lord Lux has just put on Seth Rollins versus Adam Cole from Raw.
Oh, okay.
When Adam Cole was the NXT champion. Yeah, he's walking out with Triple H.
Triple H.
Oh, the Steiners against the Nasty Boys. That match was fantastic.
Oh, so yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
I remember it being like a hard-hitting match, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a.
We need to just dive into some
I'm down for that.
The Freebirds against the Renegade Warriors, the Youngbloods.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Chris and Mark.
The Youngbloods.
Oh god, that Chamber of Horrors match was terrible. From '91. Oh god, Big Josh and PN News defeated the Creatures.
Hey,
Creatures. Who the fuck are the Creatures?
Yeah, I remember missing that match.
Shout out to YYH in the chat room.
Double Y, Double H.
Jumpin' Joey Maggs was Creature number 1. Bobby Eaton defeated Terrence Taylor with Alexander York of the York Foundation. Johnny B. Bad beat Jimmy Garvin. Steve Austin beat Dustin Rhodes. Oh, God. Bill Kazmaier beat Oz. That must have been a... God. Van Ham beat Dirk Summers.
Van Ham is a waste. How can somebody look that good just be totally useless?
It's not that he was bad. It's just he was just so painfully average.
Yeah.
He had it, man. He had the look, everything.
Brian Pillman beat Ricky Morton of the York Foundation. Richard Morton. Oh, and that was the debut of the return of Rick Rude. Halloween Phantom beat Tom Zink.
What year are you on, Zeus?
91.
Oh, okay.
Arn Anderson, Larry, the Cruncher Zbyszko.
Oh, God.
I can't say that with a straight face. The Cruncher beat the Patriots. Todd Champion, the Firebreaker Chip. And Luger beat Ron Simmons.
A 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
That build up for that match was cringy as fuck. That was when like Luger was giving him that chauffeur outfit, and ooh, that was some terrible shit right there.
Oh wow. So 92, you get Wyndham and Dustin versus holy shit, Steve Williams and Steve Austin.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
Both guys
versus Nikita Koloff. I remember that match.
I believe that was shortly before I saw him at a house show, just like 3 weeks after that.
Oh God! Remember that Sting Jake Roberts Coal Miners Glove match?
Yes.
Oh my God! I remember that. That was horrible.
Spin the wheel, make a deal.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, you can't shit on that and then still like Dario's wheel.
Yeah, true. To be fair.
Vader versus Cactus Jack the next year. I remember that being good.
Yeah. Rick Rude beat Ric Flair. Well, that just they just must have killed Ric Flair to grab to Rick Rude.
Yeah.
I used to like those Dustin Road Steve Austin matches. So that they had good matches.
The natural Dustin Rhodes.
I don't remember Steve Regal and Davey Boy Smith having a match though. I don't remember that match at all.
I don't either.
94, you got Hogan and Flair in the cage. I remember that match being fairly decent actually for a Hulk Hogan match. Do y'all remember that match or?
I don't. No, I didn't.
No, I don't.
I don't think I saw that pay-per-view when it came out. I might have seen it afterwards.
Terry may have influenced my decision a bit. My opinion, even. Oh my God!
Turn the volume down a little bit, James. We don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get copyright.
Oh yeah, you get copyright strike.
Hey.
They're going after people. I've seen people who had their shit by YouTube.
I remember when this match happened. Wasn't it when that's when the plane got delayed and everybody was stuck in Saudi? So at the last minute, NXT invaded Raw.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was SmackDown, wasn't it? Or
was it SmackDown?
I thought maybe.
I think they invaded both of them.
Oh yeah, maybe both. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like SmackDown on the Friday night, and then Raw on the Monday night. I think.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Because
I don't want to get you copyrighted, Pedro.
I do that enough on my own.
Yeah.
Didn't Adam Cole
he beat
wrestle
Daniel Bryan? Yeah, he beat Daniel. Oh, sorry.
Because he wrestled Danielson.
Yeah, he wrestled Danielson, and then he wrestled like Seth Rollins, the one I'm watching now.
Yeah.
And then he wrestled somebody else too.
Yeah.
What was that match where the whole NXT roster came out at the end? That was the Daniel Bryan match?
It might be.
Might be.
Adam Cole, baby.
That was another thing that was nobody's, that wasn't intended to happen. But I mean, that was another thing that really pushed, NXT as a brand unto itself. That was, you could argue that it was the equal of Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
Through kayfabe, from that. So.
You think Vince's ego has something to do with that? Because he like NXT being that big?
Yeah.
Right, because he didn't create it.
Right. That's right. Yeah, he didn't create it. That's right.
Everything he doesn't create is going to be shit on eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pretty Wonderful defeated the Stars and Stripes.
Oh, Pretty Wonderful. Oh, my God, yes.
Well, I'm just keeping my eye on the time. I know we had to cut it short a little earlier this week.
No, actually, we can go a little bit.
Oh, okay.
What was the wasn't it I'm looking at the 95 Halloween Havoc. Where was the
what was the main event of that one?
96. 95 was the Giant beat Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
For the WCW World Heavyweight title. Macho Man beat Lex Luger. Hulk Hogan defeated Giant. Oh, the sumo truck match.
Oh,
That's what it was.
so
They had to film that. They had to film that somewhere else and
Yeah.
cut it up and put it in there.
So what do we learn today? We learned that Onita's a crazy bastard. He's super important, and he puts himself over.
Right.
We learned that Cody Rhodes is a pussy.
Arn Anderson will spray your brain.
Arn Anderson will spray your brains all over the highway.
Arn Anderson.
You know, don't fuck with Arn Anderson. He's the man. But that comes back to my point, man. Cody Rhodes could have came back and said, "Wait a minute, you broke my daddy's leg," and you know, they could have took it so much in such a different direction, and you're like, instead of Cody Rhodes just standing there like, you know, with his mouth open, like, duh.
Here's something else you just learned, or maybe just had forgotten, but Sabu with the Sheik defeated Mr. JL at Halloween Havoc 95.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah. Wow. The Sheik.
That's something you didn't remember.
No, I did not remember that. I did not remember that. I did not.
In the first in 96, let's see, here's Lex Luger beat Arn Anderson by submission.
No.
That has to be a typo.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think Lex Luger knows any submission moves.
His finisher was just the torture rack.
The torture rack is not a submission move.
It's the Argentine backbreaker.
All that was to do was to show up his fucking abs. That's it.
Oh my god! I guess so. That is true.
DDP beat Eddie Guerrero.
Oh wow!
That's another typo.
Yeah. Dean Malenko beat Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight title.
Oh, look at Undisputed Era just beating the shit out of Seth Rollins. I love it.
God, what? Listen to this dark match. Psychosis and Juventud against Damien and Halloween.
Oh wow!
How do you
wow! Look at that.
Match?
That's a dark match. Shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
And Jim Powers beat Pat Tanaka.
Jim Powers. Oh my god.
I don't know how you just let fucking Bad Company float around there and not get them back together. Stupid. I mean,
you know what I'm not liking on Raw lately? I just gotta say this real quick before I forget. I don't like this Keith Lee Bearcat shit. It's not working. The man is not a heel.
Oh, is he a heel now?
Yes, he's working heel.
He's so likable.
I know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
He got drafted to Raw.
You did?
Yep.
Okay. But he's whoever decided to make him a heel is not. It's just not good.
Yeah, he doesn't work as a heel.
No, he doesn't work well. No.
Not in his presentation. So to date,
Right.
He's too, like y'all said, he's too likable. I mean,
yeah,
he's got such a friendly looking face, right?
Yeah,
and his demeanor, his personality,
Yeah.
He's such a good guy too, He's calm. He's not all, like he's not all demonstrative. He's very, it's Keith Lee. Brutal. I think we should watch that Halloween Havoc, Zeus.
Which
we
one?
should watch multiple ones.
Yeah, the one with Sabu in it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down to watch that.
Mr. JL.
Yeah,
Mr.
Jerry
JL,
Lynn.
Making Hogan go, oh man, I hate having to follow his matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could ever do anything that fucking Jerry Lynn did, dude. Come on.
Never in his life. The only time I seen
You great big
The
fucking
best-
heavyweight. What the hell?
The best actual wrestling I've seen Hogan ever do was that match with Muda.
Well,
That's probably one of his better matches.
Yeah.
I think that same night, that 95, that had Kurosawa against Road Warrior Hawk.
poor man.
Jesus.
Right?
Kurosawa. How do you go along with that?
Because they gave him money.
Yeah.
And, and that was still, that was still during a time where things just weren't, it didn't matter. It's like Americans going over and losing in Japan.
Yeah.
It just wasn't that big of a deal. It's like, well, you went there, you got the experience, you had a great match. It didn't mean much, because it just wasn't as easily viewable as turning on your TV set.
What time is it?
Oh, okay.
26 after.
Yeah.
Well,
It's time for me to boogie.
Y'all going to get some brick oven pizza?
Something like that.
So, y'all got anything to plug before we go?
Not this week.
The only thing I got to plug is my phone and the charge. That's it.
Every Wednesdays, check my social media for Tom's Weird Life. I'm attempting this month every day in October. I should have some horror manga fan art tribute stuff out. So for Halloween, and on Tuesday, what's Tuesday? The 5th, October 5th. Season 2 of Looking at Cards should be premiering on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Change the color on that graphic so people know. Change that purple to something else.
Yeah, I need to make a new graphic. I'm doing a few things a little different this season, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Everyone, take care. We didn't talk. Are we coming back next week?
I think so.
I don't see why not.
Oh, well, I didn't know if your health medical stuff was coming up or not.
I got some stuff going on Friday, but I should be good for Saturday morning.
Okay. So, and we'll see y'all next week, which will be 149, which means we're 2 weeks away from 150.
Wow.
So, yeah, everyone take care. See y'all next week, and adios.
Thanks to Brian Bell and Y2H Soup. Peace.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I completely forgot. I'm the spaz.